But I wasn't the only one that went to the cinema, was I?
No, I also went to the cinema, Liam.
Oh, tell me more.
I went to see Ghost in the Shell.
Okay, this was recommended to me by a couple of people.
Really?
Not necessarily like recommended and like, oh, I think you'll like it, but I'd be curious for your thoughts on it.
Yeah, to be fair, I think I might have, and I think me and Dan both might have said to you, you should see it.
Yeah.
Because I think mainly because we want to see, again, what your opinion is on it.
And the only thing that would make me want to see it is Scarlett Johansson, who I love. But
well, no, that's a silly reason to go and see a film.
Not really. If someone's in it who you like are in love with, I think that's a very fine reason. Go show your support. Be like a supportive secret partner.
Miss Johansson, if you ever listen to this podcast, because we've got super famous in the future, please ignore Liam.
And guest on our show.
Fantastic. Okay, so here's the thing, Liam.
Yeah.
I really wanted to like this film because I love the anime movie that was made. I don't know how much you know about the anime movie, Liam.
I remember a while back when I was going to get into anime, this was one of the things that came up, and the amount of like different volumes. It was called something weird when you were looking at the DVDs because it's all like technical and shit, and it just got really confusing.
There's the original Ghost in the Shell, then there was a TV series, then there was like a remake of the film but still an anime, and there's like it's one of those ones. Right. But it's worth watching the original, just Ghost in the Shell.
Is that a movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's worth watching that because that film was one of the first anime films that sort of like blew up everywhere else.
Yeah,
and a lot of people are like, "Oh, that's the reason that anime got popular in the Western world."
Okay,
which is like, I don't know how true that is. I'm not saying that's a fact because I haven't done much research into it, but that's what I've heard that quite a lot.
Yeah, I imagine like that paired with like Studio Ghibli.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But so I love that film, and I was really hoping they do like it's one of those things when they remake a film. There's like this weird because in a way you want them to perfectly remake the old film. But if they do that, you would be disappointed and not happy because they do stuff different or something would be wrong, right?
Yeah, which I think we sort of touched a little bit on when we were talking about Beauty and the Beast recently, right?
Yeah, where that expands on the universe but keeps true to the story sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way of doing it, I think.
Yeah.
Because they're keeping true to the story, but you're not just watching the same film again.
Okay.
This film does different thing. It changes the story, and it does it in a way that I didn't like particularly. Like, I like the new story, but it's not as interesting as what they were doing in the original one.
Can you sort of see why they've changed it, or is it a bit confusing?
No, I can't see why they made the decision to go this way. Like, it feels like they're trying to get a message across, but like, I don't know if they were.
Okay.
And I don't know what that message would be, but that's what it feels like. It feels like, when a film, again, when they remake a film and they're like, oh, that message we were saying in the original doesn't make sense in modern times, so let's change it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It feels like that, but I don't know what the messages have changed from or to.
Okay.
So it's like this weird, you're sort of watching it and if you know the original film, you're like, oh, okay, I remember this, but why is this happening? And why, like, what are they trying to do? I don't get it. Because the thing is, there are so many scenes in it that are true to the original anime, like amazingly close, and like those bits are incredible. And you're watching them, and you're like, it's so cool that they've done that in this film. Honestly, I came out, and I know that Dan, who's been on the show multiple times, had the same thing that I did, where he left and he said, He texted me and said, I don't know how I feel about this. Give me time to research something.
Okay.
And then after a while, he then messaged me again and said, okay, looked it up, do not like this film. Right? Which sounds weird, but I had almost the exact same response where I left and I was like, let me just check. Because like, there was this whole plot where I was looking at a character and I was like, is that meant to be who I think it is?
So was the thing you were checking, if was it essentially something that you think was kind of referenced in the original film?
Sort of. It's like a character that is similar to a character from the original film, but they've made drastic changes, but they're not. Because I hadn't rewatched the film in a while, I could tell something was wrong, but I was like, I need to just double check that I'm not getting this the wrong way around.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird. Like, the film itself is okay. I imagine it would be a good film if you didn't know Ghost in the Shell.
Okay.
And like if I take myself out of it and look at it as like an action film, it's got some cool action scenes. Like they do some of the slow-mo stuff, which films sort of stopped doing, but have now apparently gone back to, which is fine. Yeah. It works.
Yeah.
it's like a cool sci-fi film because the concepts they're doing it in it are quite cool and sci-fi, like badass robots.
Yeah,
like,
and you
not
love
the
all that
ridiculous
stuff.
I do, Liam.
Yeah.
But not just that.
Well,
But like honestly, the robots in it are really cool. Like
Yeah.
the way they move and like just the way they work is a kind of cool thing.
yeah.
But then because I love the original so much, I don't think I like this film.
So if you, like someone like me who hasn't seen the original, would you say if it's worth watching this without seeing the original then? Or should I not watch this and watch the original?
The thing is, I want to know what you think about this film without seeing the original, right?
Okay.
But I also want you to watch the original because I want you to like the original.
So catch-22, that is.
I know exactly.
Oh, okay.
I want both of those opinions, and I can only get one.
Yeah.
I think you should go and see this film.
Okay.
So that I can see.
Probably won't bother going to see it in the cinema, but maybe
That's
when
fine.
it comes
I don't
out.
mind waiting for whenever it gets released.
Yeah. What would you give it out of 5?
2.5, just below average, maybe.
Okay.
Oh no, that is my average. Oh, I get very confused with our rating systems.
Yeah, but if you want to start using mine and have 2.5 as just
No,
below
I'm just going
average,
to go.
that's
I'm going to go 2.5, which is dead in the middle
fine. Yeah.
because it has some redeeming stuff. There is one more complaint that I have, which is a totally separate thing to all my other stuff that I will quickly say, Liam.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson
Is
has this
good.
weird. She's good, but there's this weird decision that someone in this film has made.
Yeah.
Right, and it is honestly. I thought it might just be me overthinking it.
Yeah.
But it was one of the things that Dan texted me and was like, also, did you notice this? And what it is when she's walking around in this film, not if she's running anywhere, not if she's in a fight, when she is walking places, it almost looks like the director or some coach in there or, whoever went to her, you need to walk more like a robot. And the fact that she, in these fight scenes, is this fluid, like, killing machine... And then suddenly you'll have a scene where she's walking and sort of... She does that, like, walks towards a door, doesn't turn to face the door until she's standing right in front of it and then swivels 90 degrees.
Yeah.
Like, that weird, almost like, she's a machine. It's this weird fucking decision someone has made. And it is honestly so distracting.
That's a bit of a shame.
Yeah, that's the only other bit I wanted to say.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, while I do love Scarlett Johansson, she has made, like... Did you ever see Lucy?
No, that's... Someone told me to watch it.
Oh, it's not good.
Because is that the one where she's an AI as well, or like a robot or something?
It's the one where, no, she, like, can expand her mind or something, can take in a load of information or
Oh,
something
okay.
weird like that. I tried to erase it from my memory because I love her, and that was a terrible choice.
Yeah, fair enough.
Is that it for our cinema stuff?
I think so.
Awesome. That was good.
Good job, us.